Back live, the 2025 SSA Men's 50 and Over National Championship Tournament, Melrose Park, Illinois, Bulger Park. And we are getting ready to show you the highlights who won this tournament in 2019 versus Dub 50. So on the other diamond, we got Flash getting ready to play Guaranteed Rate Affinity. And we wanted to show you a couple of different teams since we showed GRA yesterday. This is a winner bracket game. They're the final four in the winner bracket. So Thunder 5.0 still alive in the losers bracket, as is the Old School Ballers, who Green Onions gave an early test to. Green Onions had a couple of base running mistakes, ran themselves out of a couple of innings, and the game got away from them. So highlights will be the visitors. They'll go with Jeff, Sean, and Tim leading off. And it's been a good tournament so far, as we've seen some pretty good softball. I'm trying to hide in the shade here to make sure the phone doesn't overheat, but we do have a breeze, a little cooler today. And the wind feels like it's blowing from right to left. Again, what you're about to see is 16-inch style Chicago softball. You're seeing it correct, no mitts. The rules are pretty simple. 60-foot bases, you can lead off, but you can't steal. 38 feet from the rubber to the point of home plate, 612 on the arc. Pitcher gets two fakes or hesitation. Third arm action must be to deliver the ball home. A throw or a fake to a base is considered one of your fakes or hesitations. This is a 16-inch clincher. It is not a mush ball. And we swing heavy bats up to 38 ounces, 34 inches long, 2 1/4 on the barrel. No fences, so it's going to be all you can get. Decent amount of foul territory. A couple of quirks about this park. You can see the dugouts, not a very high screen over the dugouts, and an even shorter one down the baselines. And we also have openings. You can see right there, there's a guy sitting in a chair by the opening, and there's one by third base, so we do see balls on throws go through there on occasion. So yeah, this well, it was dry out here. We did have a lot of rain around 7 o'clock. This particular diamond, they told me, was underwater, but it all drained right through. And Richie Rico and his crew did another spectacular job to get us up and running. So here's Jeff leading off for the highlights, and he slashes a line drive single, and they put their leadoff man on. And the highlights got a lot of bodies out here. And that's the one thing I noticed this year about the 50 and over. All of these teams really came with a lot of bodies, which, as we talked about last night, is a big part of this 50 and over. And it is a double elimination tournament. So here's Sean Burke, the hot rumor. Sean, of course, played with Circus the last few years, longtime Lemonhead. And the rumor is he's going to Hex next year. Talked a little bit with Richie Battistoni, got a chance to say hi to Sean today, and he kind of confirmed it. So nice pickup for Hex. Sean may be a little bit older, can still play a little first base, and he certainly does swing the bat well.
Look up right field, look up right field.
So 2 strikes here on the reset. Sean Burke in the box. And he drives that one toward right center. The right fielder cruises over and makes the catch. Made it look easy. So Waters in right made the catch. It's a little nonchalant throwing it in, but the courtesy runner Tasso was not tagging, and it brings up Timmy Bulger. Of course, Timmy has had a long, very productive career in 16-inch. Played on those punch teams and several others. He's actually a little bit of a hero. I believe he was a TSA agent, and he broke something up at an airport. back in the day. Little ground ball to short center, steps and throws, but it gets away. So the short center made a nice play on the ground ball, but he threw it away. Williams and Timmy Bulger hustling down the line, flashing the speed, beat it out. So he's hobbling a little bit. I think sometimes we talk all the time, your best bet brings up Tony. Best bet sometimes is to run through the base, kids. It seems Williams just beats him, and he gets the fielder's choice. So they get the leadoff single. They can't do anything with it. So getting back to my original point, if you're running down the line, most of the time the two things base runners do, kids, that you don't want to do is they try to dive head first. You actually lose time when you do that, so you don't get to the base any faster. And the second thing people do is they kind of lunge. They jump in the air and lunge for the bag, and you lose time there. And then you always got to worry when you come down, are you going to hit that base right? Are you going to hit a corner? And we see a lot of hamstring, ankle issues, and other things with that. So your best bet is just stay on your path and run through the base. And that goes for whether you're playing 16, 12, or baseball. So we'll get our first look now at Dub 50. And they're going to have Freeman, Jackson, and Jackson coming up here. Dub 50 had a tough game this morning as they beat Thunder 5.0, 7-6. And now there's an issue. A couple of trucks coming down the side street, and there's parking on both sides. I don't know if they clipped the vehicle. There's some people over there getting the driver out of the car, saying you nicked the vehicle, I think. And again, there's a car dealership just past those trucks. And I don't know if it's a delivery guy, maybe not familiar with the route now, but we're going to get to play softball. Looks like the Thunder 5-0. So here's the leadoff man, sky-high pop-up, and the right fielder comes in and makes a belly catch for out number one. So Vince came in from right. Second baseman looked like he was going to have a little trouble. Jeff Prince trying to backtrack, but his right fielder bails him out a little bit. So here's Craig Jackson. Alex Jackson on deck. And Mike Sinise, longtime Miller guy, on the bump. Craigo, a little overhand cut, and it's going to be fair right on the chalk. And I think Craigo thought it was going to be foul. He wasn't really running hard, but the ball landed right on the line. And some of the old school ballers give him a little grief for not running. And yes, Gino Grande is here. In fact, he's leaning right up against the dugout. You can see him just to the right of the hitter down there. He's the first ball guy, he's the middle ball guy. You got Timmy Bulger and two other guys right by him. There's a ground ball, little backhand flip. They get one to relay a little high, so they get the fielder's choice. Nice backhanded flip there by the short center to get it over to a shortstop who was covering the base, but the throw too tall. And that's going to bring up Lee. And he strokes a single into center. And good throw-in from center field, flashing an arm. Runner had already shut it down, but the center fielder, Tony, right on the money. So that's going to bring up Bennett. So Dub 50 now, 2 on with 2 outs here. Trying to push across the first run of the ball game. And there's a hard ground ball, and he sneaks through. First run of the game does score, and Dub 50 an early 1-0 lead. So he kind of beat that into the ground. But it was hit to the right spot, is the best way to describe it, was a seeing eye single. And there's a little spinner, and it's going to roll foul. So Steven in the box. Dub 50 trying to pick up another run here in the bottom of the first. And there's an overhand tomahawk toward the alley. And that ball's rolling a little bit. 2 runs are in, and he'll stop at second with a 2-out stand-up 2-run double. So Dub 50, a couple of 2-outs hit there, and they've pushed 3 across, and it's going to bring up Lee Green. So Dub 50 doing a good job here. Looked like they were not going to get anything. Line drive off the third baseman. He recovers, and they call him out at first, and you can check that out on the replay. And that was pretty close. You can be the judge at home. And you can see the third baseman was a great recovery, and I think the highlights might have got a break there as we head to the top of the second. Bang, bang, but it looked like he might have just beat that out. So we head to the top of the second. Dub 50 out of the gate strong with 3 runs. And they have an early lead here.
Stay thirsty, my friend. Stay thirsty. Hey, Johnny, come here, Johnny. Come here, John. Yeah.
Coming up here for the highlights, going to be Mike, Sinise, Fred, and then Jeff. Again, I'm trying to hide a little bit in the shade over here, and he swings and he dumps it up the alley. That ball's got a little roll to it, and Sinise thought about going to third, but he shuts it down, satisfied with a leadoff double.
Hey, Buster.
So Mike Sinise muscled it up the alley in left center field for a double.
Stay on up there, Buster.
And it brings up Freddie. Again, the team's lineup cards are. And there's a ground ball to third, handled by the first baseman, and Sinise inexplicably did not go to third on that. Ground ball that the first baseman went down on a knee, and Sinise did not advance. Brings up Jeff. So that's a little bit of a base running mistake.
Yes, sir.
And the first baseman had to go down on a knee for that. He was going to be in no position to make a throw.
Come on back here. Stand there and get you one.
So we'll see if that comes into play later in the ball game. If they should not score, he would have been at third base with 1 out. And there's a high, long fly ball. Now Sinise is going to tag, and he certainly would have scored from third on that. So unless the highlights can get a base hit here from Vince, they will have squandered an opportunity to put something on the board here.
Rice in the gap. Rice in the gap. Ain't where he want to go. It's where he ain't going to go. It ain't where he want to go, where he ain't going to go, bitch. Get tough. Get tough on him.
And there's a line drive knocked down by the first baseman and safe at first. So Fraction made a great play, great effort to get there. Vince hustling down the line though, beats it out and it brings up Jeff. So they're on the board and Fraction did a great job. It was a line drive, looked like it was going to be a clean hit. Got a big paw on it, slapped it down, but just couldn't beat the base runner there. And there's a little flare, and first baseman's first reaction was to lean back, and then he couldn't get there. He's laughing. So 2 outs here. So both teams have gotten a big hit with 2 outs. Dub 50 got more than one, and there's a little flare. Williams, the short center, goes back and makes the play. But the highlights do break the seal. They scored their first run of the game, and as we head to the bottom of the second, 3-1. Yeah. So we head now, oh, excuse me, bottom of the second. It's going to be Lee, Williams, and Waters. So what I was saying there was the 2 lineup cards are kind of funny. The highlights have all first names, and Dub 50 has all last names. Now, if we combined them together, we'd have the correct way of filling out a lineup card. Things a little bit more relaxed here than the 50 and over. And even one of the teams, Everything Hurts, came out and they ended up going 2 and out, but they couldn't have been happier. They said they just had a ton of fun. A lot of times, these 50 and over teams, it's almost like a team reunion. And Mike Sinise having some kind of an issue here. So here's Lee back in the box. And he draws the dreaded leadoff walk. So Lee on base, it brings up the big short center, Williams. And we got Art getting into our camera here. Going to make his backside famous. So Mike Sinise grabs a second strike. Sean Burke trying to jockey a little bit. And there's a hard ground ball to short. It takes a little wicked hop. And Williams is on, so the first 2 hitters have reached here. Dub 50 leading 3-1, looking for more. And it brings up the right fielder, Waters. And I just never understood why a first base coach always had to hug the line, but we see that a lot. And Waters walks the dog into right field, and that'll load him up. So in the back of Waters' shirt, it says Little Dave. I don't know if Bradford would be happy seeing that.
No outs, Frats. Come on, hit. Ready up front.
And that brings up the first baseman, Fraction. So bases loaded, nobody out. Dub 50 in a big spot here. And he swings right through it. And looks like he's going to change bats. No out. I used to tell guys all the time when they were in slumps and they'd try to go to different bats. And now he reaches out and pokes it into right field. So another run does score. so the bat change helps. And they go up 4-1. But I used to tell guys it's not the wand, it's the magician. So Lee gonna come out and run here. And now they got the top of the lineup with Freeman up. Bases still loaded. Nobody out here. So dub 50. And there's a fly ball to right. Right fielder, belly catch. He'll throw it into second, but another run does score. 5-1 dub 50. And it brings up Craigo. And they'll courtesy run at first. So that's the first out of the inning. Runners on the corners now. And there's a little one hopper. They'll get the play at first, and the relay double play gets them out of the inning. So I think if you're the highlights, you got off cheap there. And Craigo really not running that hard down the line. Don't know if he's got a leg issue, but they spin the double play, and we're going to head to the top of the third, 5-1, dub 50.
You owe me a run.
Some of the dub 50 guys giving Craigo a little bit of grief there, saying he owes him a run. So coming up here, it's going to be the center fielder, Tony, then Tasso, and then the top with Jeff.
Keep having fun, y'all.
So if you're the highlights, you've got dub 50 kind of leaking out on you a little bit. You want to try to score some runs here and maintain that contact. And there's strike 2. And there's a little ground ball up the middle. Williams. And they get him by a half a click. Good hustle there by Green. Backing the play up from second base. So another bang-bang play at first.
Hey, put it in front of you, John.
It brings up Tasso.
Let's go.
And Tasso, little soft fly ball, long run, nobody will get to it. Both teams hitting 11 today.
Don't move, Johnny. Stop going back.
We'll pay some bills at the end of this half inning.
On up that kid. On up that kid. Good pitch.
And Tasso hits it hard, but right at the left fielder, a couple of steps toward the line, makes the catch. So 2 up, 2 down brings up Jeff, as the highlights have finally cycled to the top of the lineup again.
Come on, let him your man.
And there's a strike called there. And Jeff, a little ground ball to Williams, a little fumble from his knees, and that ball stayed in play. Fraction got a hand on it. 2 out base runners is Jeff Prince. Multiple hopper. Williams moving to his right. fumbled it
Man, kid, going up there.
and brings up Sean Burke.
Going up there.
Second base, cheat right, cheat right, cheat right.
And Sean Burke delivers a hit. Courtesy runner's going to get to third. So Sean Burke, kid still hits. That's going to bring up Timmy Bulger. So 2 outs, runners on the corner.
Come here, Johnny.
Highlights trying to push something across here.
I know. Go get him, boss.
And Bulger, little knuckleball, but the left fielder hung in there with it and makes the catch. So little 2-out threat goes by the boards. And we're going to head to the bottom of the third. So we'll pay some bills. You see the pretty Sweet Buzz logo, upper left-hand corner. And if you're an adult and you use infused products, you may want to check them out. Nick Drabo, Moneyline, a big supporter of the SSA and a co-owner of that company. Please use them responsibly. We'd also like to thank Rich Melman and Let Us Entertain You Restaurants. Rich, our longest running corporate partner, 15 years. We love you, Rich. Thank you for everything you've done for us. And if you're going to take your better half out for a bite to eat, please consider Let Us Entertain You Restaurants. Art. Thank you. So here's Alex Jackson, who's going to try to slap and run.
Way to make that play, Greg.
Third base coach.
Make that play.
And the Dub 50 guy's giving the third base coach a little grief for not catching that foul ball. So here's Alex, and he slaps it toward right center. Center fielder gets that, throws it in. Leadoff hit, and Craigo going to come in and run.
That's the runner. Hey, that's the runner. Hey,
And they're giving him grief because he didn't beat out the double play last night. So leadoff man on. It brings up Lee. And Lee, that's going to be way out of play. You can see a lot of the teams hanging around watching games on both fields. That's Team Caputo. They've been eliminated as well, as they lost the 7-6 game to Thunder 5.0. So Thunder has lost a game 7-6, and they've won a game 7-6 today. So back with Lee in the box. And Lee smokes a hit into left field. Tell you, Dub 50's had a lot of base runners. They already got 5 on the board, and they're looking for more. And you know, one of the biggest issues with the 50 and over is there's a high fly ball, left fielder cruising in, makes the catch, no advance. It's not so much when they're playing, it's the downtime between games. So even though we try to space it out on them, sometimes these guys would rather go back to back to back instead of maybe playing 2 games and having a game off. So that's the first out. Bennett flies out. And that brings up Steven. Fly ball to center. Craigo thought about it. Now they're going to throw behind and almost threw it away. Craigo almost got out a little too far over his skis there. So after the first 2 guys have reached, the next 2 guys flown out, and it brings up Lee Green. Now it looks like a pinch hitter for Green. Not quite sure what this young man's name is. And there he hits a high fly ball, but center fielder is there. So they make the play. So T-E-E, pinch hit for Green, and he flies out to end the inning. And we're going to head now to the top of the 4th inning. Still 5-1. So Dub 50's had a ton of base runners. They have scored 5, but they certainly could have had more.
Hey, talk to the body. Talk to the body. Make sure they get him out the air. You gotta get him out there.
Runners on first and second.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. I'm out, Mikey.
Hey, come on, let's
So leading off, it's going to be Mike, then Fred, and then Jeff. And highlights in desperate need of some runs as we're approaching the halfway point here.
Come on, Joe.
never been able to do it.
And there's a ground ball to third, picked up clean, throw is low, and it gets through Faction.
Right here.
So the third baseman made a nice pick of that ground ball. Then he threw it right into the dirt. Fraction couldn't pick it up, and Mike is on base for Freddie. Excuse me, that was Tony. Mike is in the box now.
Shortstop, cheat left. Shortstop, cheat left.
And Mike Sinise, a little roller.
Mikey, hard.
Shortstop takes it himself. And they get the fielder's choice. That sometimes kids, if you're a shortstop and you got to take more than 3 or 4 steps to try to get to second before you turn a double play, you're better off pitching it to your short center. So 1 out, Timmy Bulger will come in courtesy run, and it brings up Freddie.
Come on, Mac. Come on, Mac.
And there's a ground ball to second. Big Sunday hop. They turn the double play and they get out of the inning. So leadoff man got on. They can't do anything with it. Halfway through, 5-1. Dub 50. I'd also like to thank the Zarnick family and Ziegler Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram up in Schaumburg. They underwrite the SSA Tom Egg Zarnick Class A No Glove National Championship Tournament. And we're awful proud that the Zarnick family trusts us to name that tournament after Tom Egg Zarnick, Hall of Fame pitcher. And if you're looking for a car, head up to Ziegler. That's where Ray Zarnick and Scotty Zarnick are these days. And they've helped a lot of softball guys get into. Sorry, folks, I got a bee buzzing around me here. And little son of a gun won't get the hint and leave me alone. Must be that sweet Greek blood. So here's Lee leading off. Then there'll be Williams and Waters. And there's a little fly ball toward right. The right fielder, another belly catch. So if we have time, we'll try to walk down and catch the end of that Flash GRE game. They're in the 3rd down there, so they're about an inning behind. Looks like it's 6-5. Not quite sure who's winning. So here's Williams. There's a little pop-up foul, and that's going to rattle around and slow us down a little bit as it popped over an SUV and is rolling on the street down there. Would also like to thank Tito's Handmade Vodka, America's original handcrafted vodka. Tito's been with us for a few years now. a lot of other sponsors we got that chip in. So when you're at our events, please take a look at the banners and support the people that support 16-inch softball. They make what we do possible. So reset on Williams. And that pitch a little inside is Gio Grande, now on the hill. And there's a swing, and that ball is toward the left field line, but foul. So that'll go as a strikeout, 2 outs. And it brings up Waters. So dub 50, they've had a lot of base runners. They've stranded a few. And you never really want to let the other team kind of hang around in a ball game. And there's a little soft fly ball. It's going to drop in front of Tasso. I'm sorry, that's not Tasso in center field. That's Tony. Tasso playing short center today. And it brings up Fraction, the first baseman. So 2 outs here. And he hits a soft pop-up, and the left fielder can't make the catch. So the ball ended up just over the infield, and we do see quite a bit where that'll happen in the 50 and over. A lot of times the infielders don't have that lateral movement, and it looks like it's now 7-6 down there. And it brings up Freeman. Although this could be a pinch hitter. It's got Ralph on the back of the shirt. So dub 50 here, a little mini threat, first and second. And he pushes it the other way, fair in the left. Left fielder kind of stumbled. Now he throws behind, and Williams made a mistake. If he would have continued on to third, I think he would have been okay. As he threw behind the runner there. And Williams, very fortunate, he did stay in a rundown long enough to allow the run to score. They pushed the 6th run across and will head to the 5th. 6-1, dub 50.
Right. I would have been on second base right now.
So it should be Jeff, Vince, and Jeff coming up here, top of the 5th. I can't tell if that's a 6 or an 8-7 in the third on the other diamond. So if these games progress at the same pace, we might be able to give you a little bonus coverage of guaranteed rate and flash. So here's Jeff. And he takes a strike. And there's a stroke toward right center, and it drops for a leadoff hit. So they have gotten some leadoff hits. They just can't seem to maneuver the runners around. It brings up Vince. Top of the 5th here, 6-1 dub 50. He takes a pitch, and Alex Jackson, a left-handed thrower, tried to snap a throw off.
Buster. Stay with us.
And that's
Stay with
important.
us.
Kids always know
Stay with us.
whether the catcher is right or left-handed, because they can snap a throw behind you at first base if you're not paying attention. And there's a high fly ball that's going to drift out of play. So we'll reset here with Vince.
Talking about the game. Come on.
And there's a sky-high pop-up. Shortstop is there. He puts it away for out number 1.
Good job.
And that's going to bring Jeff to the plate. Tony on deck.
Hey, 1 out.
So again, the highlights just can't seem to string a few hits together. We're getting to that part of the game where they might want to pinch hit a little bit. And there's a foul ball off the fence. Looks like Joe Nixon, Chicken grabbing a bat. With Tony on deck and then Tasso. So Chicken getting loose over there. And there's a little ground ball. Lee Green sits on it, and that'll be out number 2. And it looks like Chicken is going to hit for Tony, the center fielder.
That's so there you go. That's 12. That's tricky, John.
And Chicken delivers a little dump, and they're going to make the play at the plate. He's going to be out. So they were squeezing him in the outfield. Chicken gets the hit, but they throw the runner from second out at the plate. No run scores, still 6-1. So the center fielder came up firing, Craigo Jackson. Perfect throw to the plate, and that'll end the top of the 5th. So the highlights just can't seem to get anything going. Through 5, they're sitting on a lone run. And leading off is going to be the guy that made the great throw, Craigo Jackson. So 2, 3, 4 coming up for the, So Dub 50 up a fin looking for more.
Run everything out, Craig. Run everything out.
And there's an overhand cut. That ball's going to be out of play harmlessly. Looks like it might be 10-7 now. And I think can't see where the dot is on the board. Craigo slaps it on the ground to short. Big hop, high throw, but in time. Leadoff man down. So here's Alex Jackson. And Alex Jackson, a high towering fly ball, the center fielder who re-entered. Tony makes the catch. So 2 up, 2 down for Dub 50.
Let's go,
And it brings up Lee. And I believe GRA is winning that. Or there's a long throw across and dug out of the dirt. So 1-2-3. So I believe I should take that back. That Flash is beating GRE 10-7 in the bottom of the fourth. Meanwhile, we head to the top of the sixth inning here. Still 6-1. Oh, thank you. So my guy Tony brought me a bottle of water. He must be listening to the broadcast, and he's giving me a hint. So we'll take a water break.
Should have done that game.
Well, they're behind you. We might get some bonus coverage.
Unbelievable.
Man, Johnny.
And there's a swing and a leadoff base hit by Tasso, leading off the top of the sixth. And that water hit the spot, as Adam, a.k.a. the Water Boy Sandler, would say. That's some quality H2O. So top of the lineup now. Highlights with the leadoff man on here, looking for some runs, as it's getting a little late here. And there, Jeff, a little overhand cut swing, but it just blows foul. We told you, we got a little light breeze blowing from right to left. And that certainly didn't help that ball stay fair.
On up there, kid.
Find me something special, Jeff. Let's go.
All right.
And if you looked at the bracket, and right through the pitcher's leg, so Jeff gets a hit. Tasso, short center, gets to third easily. Runners on the corner, nobody out for Sean Burke. This has been the best scoring opportunity of the ball game here for the highlights. And now the courtesy run. Timmy Bulger on deck. And here's that snap throw. The Dub 50 guys getting on Alex Jackson, telling him to stop throwing the ball around.
Shit! If he throw that motherfucker right, he out.
Yes, kid. Hey, kid, make sure you didn't get in your hole right. Just throw up there.
So Sean Burke on the reset here.
Just stay up there. No out. Get another step.
And Burke hard up the middle and through, run scores. Courtesy runner, Sean Burke still runs pretty good. 2-run score as the courtesy runner all the way from first on what looked like a routine ground ball. Dub 50 a little slow getting it in. And it's a 6-3 ball game with Timmy Bulger. 3 straight hits. And the highlights showing signs of life here. Nobody out for Bulger. And Timmy Bulger bangs a base hit. Sean Burke is in, 6-4. Saw the first pitch up there, liked it, and hammered it through the infield. So Timmy Bulger comes through, still nobody out. It brings up Tony, the third baseman, and Dub 50 wants to talk about it a little bit.
Nice ball.
Coming into courtesy run is the center fielder, Tony. Still nobody out here. It's the highlights. It's almost as if they're flipping a switch here.
Stay ready, y'all. Come on.
Runner on first now. Nobody out, and here's Tony. And again, Dub 50's left a few guys on base.
There it is.
That pitch a little deep for the height, 3-1. It's the pitcher in jeopardy here, walking a guy, and he did. And that'll make it first and second. We'll see who's going to hit. Mike Sinise was originally in this spot. But they hit for him, and it looks like they're going to have another pinch hitter.
Come on, y'all.
Not quite sure who the hitter is. And it looks like it's going to be Barzowski coming in to hit.
Hey, he gets to hit the ball down.
Nobody out, so you gotta get that.
So Billy Barzowski going to take a swing here. And there's a ball, so 4 balls in a row.
Stay ready.
And he swings up the middle and it goes through. And they're going to hold the runner. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Hey, Jeffrey, go get it, Jeff.
So Billy bangs a hit, pinch hitting in the pitcher slot, and it brings up Freddie. So the highlights, golden opportunity here to maybe.
Brandon, like you know how all the time. Nice deep breath.
Here comes Freddie.
Get off. Get off.
And there's a little chopper. Fraction comes in, makes the play. He does drive a run in, and he does move 2 over. He makes it 6-5. Looked like he was trying to launch. Front shoulder flew open. Topped the ball to the first baseman. But that's what you call a productive out. And it brings up Jeff. And he slaps it through the infield. Tie game at 6. Runners on the corner. So 5-run inning here. And the highlights, who absolutely were struggling for 5 innings. And we got 6-6 in the 6th. Little symmetry for you. Sign of the devil. So they bring in the backup pitcher here. You might remember this kid on the bump from his Chocolate City days. He used to have the long dreads. So it brings Vince up. First and third, 1 out, all tied up, top of the 6th. And there's a line drive base hit toward right field, and the highlights taking a 7-6 lead. Again, we were talking about all the left base runners left on base, and here late in the game, it's starting to show up.
Hey, no line out double plays.
So base hit there by the right fielder Vince, and it brings up the left fielder Jeff. New ball game now, new leader. Still only 1 out here. And there's a little swing down the right field line, and that's going to settle in. Another run's going to score. Vince gets all the way to third, and it's 8-6. Highlights. So runner's still on the corner here. Still only 1 out. And here comes the center fielder, Tony. Again, they hit for him earlier in the ball game. He's been playing a good outfield, so not going to hit for him here, obviously. Takes that pitch high and deep with Tasso on deck. And Tasso, fraction, will make the play, but another run does score. Makes it 9-6, 8-run inning here. Pushes another hitter into scoring range at second. And it brings up Tasso. And they're making a little bit of a switch here. Looks like a new right fielder going in the ballgame.
Get off the base.
So Tasso now with 2 outs. 8 runs in here as the highlights have exploded in the top of the 6th. And they've turned this game on its head. And Tasso, Green knocks it down, and Vince is going to score from second to make it 10-6. As the 9th run of the inning scores. And now back to the top of the lineup with Jeff.
We just got to hit back. Come on. Let's get this out and hit back. Come on.
We told you the Highlights won this tournament in 2019. Quite a few of these guys were on that team.
Oh, come on, man. In the box. You know you can't do that.
Get off. You're good. You're good.
And there's a little overhand cut, and that's going to drop. And Tasso makes it all the way to third. So the hit parade is continuing. And it brings up Sean Burke. And now the courtesy run. As the center fielder, Tony, comes out to run. Runners on the corner, 2 outs. Dub 50 looking for that third out. We saw guaranteed rate affinity drop an 8 spot last night, but this is a 9 spot.
Come back every pitch.
Meanwhile, it looks like it's 10-9 down there. I believe Flash is beating GRA right now. They're in the 5th. So Sean Burke didn't like the strike.
Two strikes! Give me this guy. He off the plate. Yeah.
All right.
Sean Burke drives it, and that's going to be, what a catch. Center fielder got turned around, but he hung right in there. Kind of did a couple of pirouettes on that ball, but made the catch. See it here on the replay. Craigo looked like he was about to get beat, but recovered. And mercifully, if you're a Dub 50 fan, the inning comes to a close. And we head to the bottom of the 6th, so Sean Burke gave it a ride. Craigo Jackson hung right in there and made the catch. So it's going to be, I believe, Bennett, Steven, and Green coming up here for Dub 50, bottom of the 6th.
Come on, Joe. Let's go. Let's manufacture one.
So Bennett going to try to get Dub 50 back on track here. Again, they've had base runners all game. They just have left a few, hit into a double play in the 1 inning, and just haven't taken advantage. And since Gino Grande came in, he's been primarily throwing heavy. And Dub 50 didn't like it. They thought that pitch was a little flat. Now he goes up top. Ground ball to third. Picked up. Long high throw off target. Leadoff man on. Third baseman made a nice play, but then he airmailed the throw. Put his hands up on his head. So Bennett leads off and gets on. Brings up Steven. And he hits a soft, that's going to be way out of play. And now it looks like it's 10-10 down there. So they're going back and forth. So a couple of good winter bracket games. And that top of the bracket where Old School Ballers, Flash, and Guaranteed Rate were all stacked up in there was pretty loaded. And there's a ground ball, and that's going to roll through the infield. And they throw it to second. Runners on the corner, nobody out. So Dub 50 counter-punching, trying to get back in here, and that'll bring up Lee. So nobody out here. I think if you're a highlights fan, you're hoping for maybe a double play here. You trade the run at this point to prevent a monster inning. And there's a long one, way foul though. It's going to bounce over there by the canopy near the bocce ball court. So 10-10 down there, Flash hitting against GRE. And we'll update the scores. Take a look at the bracket. We'll definitely have the Winter Bracket Championship game live. And of course the championship and if game if necessary. Everything was pushed back 3 hours today. We did put the new rain bracket up. Sky high pop-up on the infield. So Lee pops out to third. And that certainly hurts if you're a highlights fan now. Double play gets you out of this with nothing. Brings up Bennett. And there's another little pop-up. And they tried to throw it up first for the double play, but the runner gets back. So they had first and third, nobody out, and two infield pop-ups. As Lee pops up, and it brings up Williams. And Dub 50, if they can't get a two-out hit or a safe on an error here, are looking at maybe wasting a golden opportunity. And there's a hard hit ball toward the gap on his horse. Making the catch is the center fielder, Tony. So the ball was hit hard toward the gap. Tony got on his horse and ran it down and made a nice running catch to end the inning. So after starting first and third, Dub 50 can't push anything across and will head to the top of the seventh, 10-6. Highlights.
It's a one-run game, huh?
Huh?
I think
I think Flash. Yeah. Yeah, they're up 11-10. Yeah. Back and forth down there.
we woke up a little.
Yeah, you did.
One inning.
Or if you're on the other side, one bad inning. So leading off is going to be Timmy Bulger. And then it'll be Tony and Mike. Or whoever they got in that pitcher slot. And there's a line drive, and Bulger, second hit, third hit actually, and now the throw gets away, and Timmy, trying to stretch it, gets thrown out. So the ball popped in the air. Timmy hesitated just a split second, rounded in first, and it cost him at second.
Cody, rope your ball. Hey, let's go.
And that ball is smoked deep in the gap. Craigo got there but couldn't make the catch. High towering fly ball. That ball kind of got up there and then it came down. I think he almost might have overran that by a step. He had to kind of reach back a little bit. And all of a sudden he was a little off balance and couldn't make the catch.
One out.
So here's Gino Grande. He's done a good job since he came in on the bump.
Get him right. Come get him right.
Tony T on second base with one out.
Hey, go attack!
And there's a little soft fly ball. Left fielder, nice running catch about knee high for the second out.
Hey, do up, Toe.
And that's going to bring up Jeff, the shortstop.
Need another one, Mac. Give me another one.
There you go, kid. Make it look good.
Go,
Got him! Oh!
So 2 outs, runner in scoring position here. And there's a soft pop-up. Third baseman makes the play. So we head to a do-or-die bottom of the seventh for dub 50. They need 4 for the game to continue. 5 will walk off the highlights. Anything less, and the highlights will advance to the winter bracket championship game. Meanwhile, the other ball game down there is also in the 7th. It's 11-10 down there. Flash, trying to hold on, up by a run. Looks like there's one out in the 7th. Top of the 7th is GRE is in the field. GRA, I keep calling him E. Don't know why.
Hey, just do it. Just do it.
And there's a little flare.
Got room.
And Vince makes the belly catch for out number 1. So that's going to bring up Fraction. It's dub 50 now, down to the last 2 outs here. And dub 50, I believe, I want to say they had 6 runs in the 3rd or 4th inning, and they haven't done much. They left a ton of base runners early. And on the strength of the 9-run 6th inning, highlights leapfrogged him here.
Highest pitch he's thrown in 12 years.
And there's a little roller to second. Jeff sits on it, throw to first. So 2 up, 2 down, dub 50 down to their last out, top of the lineup. And that 9-run top of the 6th is taking a little fight out of dub 50 here.
Hey, 2 outs.
Dub 50. Again, there's nothing you can do. Now they're down to their last strike. And there's a bullet. Jeff got a hand on it, but he can't make the play.
I gotta go.
You can see Jeff was saying Sean reached out, and Jeff just kind of froze. He told Sean, that's my fault. I should have been running in the hole. Brings up Craigo, trying to keep the game alive. That's all you can do, just try to string hits together. You need a couple of more base runners to bring that tying run up.
Feel that cut. Feel that cut.
And there's a line drive, so Craigo keeps the game going. And nobody at second. Second and third. And it brings up Alex Jackson. One more hit, and this thing's going to start getting interesting.
No, 1 out.
Says it up there.
That's the board, say.
It does. Play the board.
2 outs.
There are 2 outs.
Hey, geez, settle in and get this
As Waters and Fraction made outs. So there are 2 outs here. Alex Jackson, if he gets a hit, would bring Lee up, who would represent the tie. And there's a little chopper to short, and he bobbles it. Now he throws home, but 2 runs are going to score. Shortstop bobbled it. He didn't think he was going to have a play at first. He threw it home. I don't think Timmy Bulger was anticipating that, because the runner would have been out by about 4 steps. So now the tying run, that ball went into the dugout. And as a result, they're going to give Jackson second base. His run doesn't mean anything. 10-8 ball game.
Joe, come and get your back, Joe.
Hey, you gotta go ahead and get yourself this one, G. Let's go.
2 outs.
2 outs here. Brings up Lee. Outfield deep. They don't want anything to get over through him for a home run. And there's a ground ball to short. It picks it clean. Another high throw, but Shea called him out of the baseline. Sean tags the bag. And we're 10-8 final. We're going to try to catch the last half inning or so of this game. It looks like there's 2 outs, 11-10. Flash trying to hold on as we're moving toward that game. See Jeff Hernandez, they got a little mound visit going on. So we're going to try to catch the end of this ball game, 10-7. Got people yelling at me, and there's a line drive to center, and Larry Downs reaches up. So Flash holds on. They win the game 11-10 over GRE. Sorry we couldn't get down there. That game was actually behind the Dub 50 highlights game, but they caught up and surpassed it almost. So we're going to click off. We'll be back a little bit later. We hope you enjoyed the coverage. We love you and stay with us.